So, how many of you, I know a lot of you have heard the story of Joseph. I encourage you to read it. It starts in Genesis 37. And we know Joseph, one of the 12 sons of Jacob. In fact, Joseph was Jacob's favorite son. And his brothers knew it and they hated him for it. And on top of that, Joseph messed around and had two dreams that meant the same thing, that eventually his brothers would bow down to him, and they hated him even more. So they cooked up a plan to get rid of Joseph in his dream. Boy, so they sold him into Egypt. And as you know, the story goes where he ended up in Potiphar's house, and he was wrongly accused by Potiphar's wife and then was thrown into prison. And Joseph, remember, everywhere he went, everywhere he found himself, from the pit, sold into slavery, in prison, God was with him. And he prospered in everything that he did. Hallelujah. So the story continues where when he was in prison, he interpreted a couple of dreams of a Pharaoh's staff. I think it was the baker and the butler. And he told the one that was going to be restored, hey, let the Pharaoh know I'm wrongly accused. But that didn't happen until Pharaoh had two dreams. Hallelujah, that meant the same thing. And Joseph was called upon, and he interpreted the dreams. Pharaoh put him second in charge, gave him a wife, and a palace, robes, all the stuff that comes with that. So what I'm saying is, Jacob was prospering in the land of his captivity. Eventually, his brothers came and they had to bow to him, and he made them aware of who he was, and they were deathly afraid. And he said this to them: you sold me, but God sent me, hallelujah, to save many alive. How many of you know that when we go through trials and tribulations because of our dreams, the dreams that we have, the enemy don't like them. He's going to do everything in his power to disrupt those dreams. But as Joseph said, you sold me, but God sent me. I want y'all to remember that. The Most High doesn't have to turn around what the enemy does. It was one event that happened. Joseph got tossed down, right? But that one event had two sides to it. The enemy that only comes to steal, kill, and destroy, his purpose. But the Most High's purpose reigned, and it always will. He set Joseph up to be second in charge, to wear a royal robe, to continue his family there in Egypt. But how many of you know that he didn't have to turn around what the devil did, because his purpose in that one event was to set Joseph up to save many alive, particularly the 12 tribes of Israel. So that's exactly what happened. So I want you to think about that. When you're thinking about, how I've been betrayed, I told my dream and people hate me and all of this, take from Joseph's story. He prospered every time he went down. He still prospered. Hallelujah. He was in training, and it was an incubation period. Like, he was 17 when he was sold into slavery. He had much to learn. He had much to be tested by. He had to be trained to be second in charge. So when he got to his final destination, he knew what to do. In fact, every time he landed in a destination, he knew what to do. He knew in Potiphar's house not to touch Potiphar's wife. He said, I will sin against God if I do this thing. He knew. He kept his integrity through the whole thing. He could have cried out and cursed God, but he wasn't raised like that. And neither were you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. He knew better. And so do you. Hallelujah. So just be encouraged. Be encouraged when things come against you that you don't understand why they're happening. This don't look nothing like my dream. You know, Joseph's dreams, the first time he saw 11 sheaves. He was a sheaf. He saw 11 sheaves surrounding him. And then he rose up and they bowed to him. And the second dream, it was the sun, the moon, and the stars. He said the 11 stars bowed down to him. And, you know, that was a big dream. Hallelujah. And do you think him being thrown into the pit looked anything like his dream? Do you think him going to Potiphar's house and then being falsely accused of something that he didn't even think about doing, had no intentions of doing, but yet and still he ended up in a prison? In a prison. That didn't look nothing like his dreams. He kept going down, down, down. But how many of you know the Most High was setting him up to raise him up higher and higher and higher, up from his circumstances? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Think about it. Think about it. Joseph, and one day he woke up in the pits of hell, in a prison, and at the end of that day, he laid his head down in the palace. Hallelujah. Not only that, but he had a wife. He was put second in charge, and he was given everything, I'm sure, that came with that new status in life. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But he was still on assignment for the Most High. And the Most High, through all of his afflictions, I believe it was 13 years of going down, 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 raised him up. And one day, y'all, it don't take the Most High long to do nothing. It doesn't take him long to do anything in your life. Just make sure that you're following him and you're doing his commandments, which are the 10 commandments. He gave them 10 and added no more. Make sure you're honoring him. Make sure you're treating your brother right. Hallelujah. Irregardless of how they're treating you. This is the will of the Most High for you. The Most High, he sees what the enemy is doing. He created the enemy. It didn't take him or catch him off guard in any way. Remember what Joseph said. Y'all sold me, but God sent me. One event, two purposes, opposite of one another. One was to destroy him and destroy the whole world, actually, because at the time Egypt was the epicenter of the world. And what the events that happened, the famine, the whole world had to come to Egypt to be sustained. So he was not only placed in a position to be second in charge in Egypt, he was second in charge of the whole world. Think about that. To save many alive. So rest assured that even though the enemy has a purpose to steal and to kill and to destroy your life, destroy you, the Most High has his purposes. And believe me, it involves people, other people that you wouldn't even think that the Most High has already attached to your life. All you got to do is stay true to him, stay the course, understand this is just training, this is just preparation in your life. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because that's all it was for Joseph. It was just preparation. And understand you can still, just like Joseph experienced, even in low places in life, you can still prosper. You can still prosper in every season you find yourself. That doesn't look like the dream, but rest assured, if you stay the course, you're on your way for that dream to be fulfilled. Just trust the Most High with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. Do not lean into your own understanding, but acknowledge him in everything you do, and he shall direct your path. This experience that you're going through, whatever it is, hallelujah, it's not to destroy you. It's not to steal from you. It's not to kill you. It's to raise you up for the purpose the Most High has in mind for you. And when the time comes, and the word says, if you faint not, you'll get that promise. Just stay the course. The Most High knows exactly where you are. He knows what he's doing. Hallelujah. And he is not even paying attention to the enemy. Neither should you. Hallelujah. So, brothers and sisters, be encouraged. No matter where you are in that incubation period, the Most High knows when it's time. And when it's time, it don't take all day. Ask Joseph. Hallelujah. Have a wonderful day. I love you guys.